Hey there guys, it's Glenn from Ion Silver, back to you again with another video here. And in today's video, I'm actually going to start off with saying, lately I've been seeing a lot of knife reviews on YouTube, and they're all pretty good, I gotta say. People do a very good job with reviewing different products and knives and survival type equipment. But when it comes to knives, there's just been a few things that I've been seeing quite a lot of people doing, and it's just stuff that's just stupid in my opinion. So today, and I'm not talking about any specific YouTuber in general, but in today's video, I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about how to not break your survival knife. So we'll start off with tip number 1, and that is trying to split a brick in half with your knife. This is something that I actually saw last week. Actually, I think it was the week before that, but no matter like when I saw it or anything, that's one of the things I didn't really quite get. It's like, knives are not meant to be splitting bricks or to be splitting rocks or splitting anything harder other than wood and, you know, skin from animals and stuff. So that's actually one thing, is how to not break your survival knife, is trying to split a brick or any kind of rock for that matter in half with your knife. Number 2, this is something that I actually see quite a lot on YouTube, and that is the tip test. If anybody knows what the purpose of the tip test is, please post it down below in the comments, because I would really like to know what the purpose of doing the tip test is. And if you don't know what the tip test is, I'm going to demonstrate. So say this candle holder is a log. So what they do when they do the tip test is they jam the knife as hard as they can into the piece of wood, and they try to pry a piece of wood off of the log. And they do that so that way they can see if the tip is going to either bend or if the tip is going to break. And my response to that is it's going to break or chip at least a little bit. Why are you doing that for in the first place? It's like, like I said, if anybody knows the purpose of what doing the tip test is, please post it down below in the comments, because I really would like to know. Tip number 3, and that is trying to use your knife to dig a hole into the ground. And like I said, this is something I saw a few years back, and like I said, I'm not going to say who it was, but they were trying to dig a hole into the ground with their knife, and it's like, why are you doing that for? It's like, that's actually one of the golden rules of using your survival knife, is not sticking it into the ground, or any kind of cutting tool for that matter. It's like, if you need to dig a hole into the ground, and either A, find like a flat rock or something to use, B, find like a flat piece of wood and like carve it into the shape of a shovel, or better yet, just bring a shovel out there with you. It totally fixes the problem. Number 4, and that is removing the black coating on knives. So, like you've seen a lot of my knives on the channel. On knives, sometimes they'll come like with a black coating, and this Blackbird SK5 can actually do that. But like those of you, when I reviewed the SC Laser Strike a few years back, you guys noticed that it came with a black coating on the blade and the handle. And I'll see videos of people just removing the coating off. It's like, why are you doing that for? It's like, the black coating's on there for a reason, and the reason is to make sure that it doesn't rust. And number 5, and that is batoning a piece of wood that's obviously too big for the knife. And this is actually a mistake that I gotta say I'm guilty of doing. Now, there is a proper way to do that, so I'll probably make another video on how to do that. But when you baton a piece of wood that's obviously too big for the knife, like this blade right here is 5 inches long, and now let's say I tried batoning a blade that was 7 inches in diameter. That's obviously not going to work, and I see so many people trying to do it on YouTube, and I mean, including myself. Like I said, I'm guilty of that as well. But it's one thing I don't really quite understand. And number 6, last but not least, and that is not keeping your blade sharp, not keeping your blade clean, or all of the above. And this is something that I haven't really seen too many YouTubers doing, but it is something that I have seen people in general doing. And that's just one of the things that just really baffles the mind and makes me go, huh? So those are my 6 tips on how to not break your survival knife. And in conclusion, I just want to end this video with just saying, survival knives are not cheap. Survival knives cost a lot of money, especially the really, really good ones. If you want to get a really, really good survival knife, it's going to cost you at least a little over $100, if not more. And if all you're going to do is just do things that are just really, really foolish with your knife, like what I mentioned in this video, in my opinion, it's just a huge waste of money, and you're doing really stupid things with the knife for absolutely no reason. So if you guys have any comments or questions or concerns or anything you would like to add, please post it down below in the comments. And until next time, stay ready, stay focused, stay strong.